How was fall camp for you as a returning guy, a veteran of your group?
It was good, It was my last one, so took it every day, literally like day by day, just trying to get better at my craft, fix the little things I know I had to fix this off season, and really try to enjoy every moment because it's really my last one. So I just try to take advantage of every day.
Do you feel different this time around than from last season when you were first arriving and when you see the new system?
Yeah, definitely like a little more confident, like a little more, a little more loose. Being able to coach other guys, being able to coach younger guys, being able to even like help out the young backers if they need help. So just like stuff like that, being in the system for another year has definitely helped me for sure.
Talking about the physicality that you've experienced this camp, coaches have told us that they've been seeing more of it. Is that something that you noticed?
Yeah, for sure. Just from our depth, from like our O-line and D-line being so deep, it's like every rotation is just so physical, and every rotation is like it's like the ones are going. It's like it's a game every time. Last year, I'm not saying we didn't have that. It's just we have more depth this year, so being able to have that, it makes especially up front. I can't really speak on the back end and the receivers, but for sure up front, it gives us a little more competition for sure.
And you kind of balance that with wanting to make sure that everyone's healthy going into the season, making sure that your body's in the right place.
Yeah, for sure. During those 15 practices that we had in camp, it was all go. Everyone's going. Everyone's banging it out. And then once we kind of finished like this week, I would say we still do team, but it's it's not as much. It's a lot more rotating. Instead of doing 5 plays, we might do 2 plays and then rotate, 3 plays and then rotate. So that's kind of how Coach Tibbs and Coach Simons have been doing it for us.
With that depth, what's it been like working with Cam, coming over from Bandit to really kind of being that true edge?
Man, having Cam and Abor and David Abiara, and then once Flowers come back, we're like 5 deep at that position. I think last year we were only like 2 deep maybe. So it's like night and day. And having Cam, he's already been in the system too, so he knows the Bandit and the end position, which is actually good for us. He can come in and help us on both sides. But yeah, having him and having Abor, who's also played a lot of football, he knows a lot. So we should see like a really good rotation between us 3 for sure.
How excited are you for yourself this year? I mean, last year you were kind of an unknown, and now you're on preseason accolades, and you're the guy on defense.
Yeah, it's a blessing, man, of course. But I try not to pay attention too much to it because I understand that once season starts, all those awards and stuff or watch list stuff, it's not really it doesn't really matter. So I just try to really hone in on what I know that I have to fix, and I know that maybe other teams might see. So just trying to fix myself and correct myself in the little things. I feel like I can have a big season for sure.
So the NCAA lifted restrictions on the amount of on-field coaches, like quality control coaches can coach y'all on the field. Have you noticed any difference with that in fall camp?
For us, on the defensive side, I believe maybe 1 or 2 coaches came down who haven't been on the season last year. I think maybe Coach Dunham. Mm-hmm. He was on there on the scrimmage, so maybe. But for us, Coach Simons and the rest of the coaches are still up top in the box, so it hasn't really much changed for us.
Where do you feel like the biggest differences are from last year, either in camp or even at the end of the season, to now with the defense and this entire team?
Definitely older. We have a lot of seniors on the defensive side, so I feel like, especially within our first and halfway to our second group, there's so much communication. It's over communicating. It's so much. It just feels like we've been playing together so long because everyone has played so many snaps of just college football in general within our first 2 groups that it's so it's just it's easy almost. I don't want to say easy, but it's easier to communicate, to talk to my guys, to know that I know what he's doing, he knows what I'm doing, I know what the other guy's doing, and he knows what I'm doing. So just having that, it's been really good.
How sick are you of going against your teammates, and how excited are you for next
man, I can't wait. I can't wait to fly up to Reno and just go play Nevada, man, because we've been killing each other for the past 2 months. So being able to go hit a different color will definitely feel good, for sure.
Jafari talked a little bit about your recruiting skills a little bit when he entered the portal. What was your pitch to him about coming here and joining this group?
Yeah, man. So Jafari, he really kind of wanted the same things that I was looking for coming to the portal. He just wanted an opportunity to be the guy, to be the main guy, to be counted on, to be trusted. So when he took his visit, he met Coach Dunham and Coach Tibbs, and they kind of explained to him the same things they told me. Nothing's promised, but the spot's open, it's open for the taking. So if you come in, you do what you need to do, you're taking it. He came in and did just that. So,
what do you know about him that makes you believe he could be, a really big contributor on this team?
Jafari is a leader. He's a leader on and off the field. Even after practice, he'll stay. Hey, let's work some more. He'll pull me to, have some extra work with him, even when I feel like it. And just having him here is just it's like having having like a real brother on the other side. You know, it's just like I've known him since I came into college. Just living my 5th year knowing him. So even with Jared Harrison Hunt and like guys like that, even with the D linemen who I played with last year, like I feel like I've known these guys so long that it's like a real brotherhood up front for sure.
Are there any guys that people should be aware of that maybe aren't household names that are going to let people know pretty quickly early in the year?
For sure, all of our D tackles, like the way they've been rotating with Coach Tibbs, I don't even know who's going to start first game. He's been rotating so much, and they've all been doing so good. From Mike Lockhart, he took crazy jumps. Jared Harrison Hunt, he was already a good player, but he's taking crazy jumps. Tank, and then on the edge, I do feel like Cam and Isaiah Smith will have probably close to double-digit, if not double-digit sack seasons for sure.
There are a lot of veterans on that defensive line, but for you personally, how have you improved and stepped up as a leader from last season to this season?
Just trying to be more vocal. I'm more of a guy who doesn't really like, I'm not saying I don't like to talk, I'm just not the rah-rah type of guy. I kind of like to lead by example, lead with how I'm doing things, but even Coach Tibbs, Coach Simons, even told me, hey, E, we need you to, lead more vocally, just bring the guys up, especially having a lot of older guys, just being that voice, because we might feel like we don't need a voice because there's 6 or 7 seniors in the D-line room. So just being able to be that voice is probably like the biggest jump I had to take as a leader.
How excited are your parents for this season? They got all their flights booked.
Oh, they can't wait. Yeah, I think they just booked their flight like last week, and they'll be up in Reno. My mom just got surgery on her foot, so she'll be on her scooter and she'll be ready to go.
How big of a sense of change is there from now that you guys are going to the ACC? Is that something that you notice right off the bat coming into the start of the season here? The vibe is here.
I feel like the intensity may have picked up a little more, but as far as like operation and how we operate, practice, lifts, and how we go about things, it's still the same. We just know, like, we'd be fools to say, it's the same thing. It's not. So we understand that we do have to pick up the intensity, like pick up our discipline. No more room for error, really.
Is something you look forward to?
Oh yes, sir. Of course. Can't wait.